Huntsville, Alabama. Let's get in the beginning fit. Huntsville, Alabama, home of the BAYMAAC watch Lifesavers. Be about your masterpiece physician marriage at all cost. Be about your motherhood at all cost. Be about your money at all cost. Home of the BAYMAAC watch. We are inviting you to join the most effective, the most luxurious marriage makers couples group that we believe is in existence. When my wife and I got to Oakwood University in 1993, there was a couples group that came out of a ministry called Bell Tower Ministry. And so Bell Tower Ministry had upperclassmen who were in relationships and dating. A lot of them had gotten married. And my wife and I and my brother Craig Morgan and his would-be wife, we were the youngest couples in the couples group. And now today, tomorrow I turn 50 years old, and there are many, 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 many marriages around the country in a 50 plus club, 50 plus 25 years of marriage, 50 plus in age, and 25 plus years of marriage. And we believe that's priceless. 50 plus years of age. So we have a 50 plus marriage makers yacht club and a 25 plus marriage couples retreat yacht club. And we're making it available to the public. So every year we're going to do four annual Let's Get in the Beginning marriage fit. Let's get in the beginning financially fit. Let's get in the beginning health and wellness fit, based off of a challenge that comes out of the word. It says beloved. So that's your marriage. That's the first key component that's being addressed. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper. Let's get in the beginning prosperity fit, financially fit. Beloved, first off is your marriage that God is addressing. Beloved, one love. There in Huntsville, we created the hip hop One Love and Marriage. Huntsville. The hip hop One Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Marriage Maker Club, 27 plus summers ago. And now we want to invite couples, singles, men and women all over the country and all over the world to let's go back in time. Let's do Back to the Future. Let's go back to 1994. And then we're going to revisit the principles that was taught and shared Mason and Shamika West, Shirley and Shannon D.P. Austin, E.T. the hip hop preacher, and Dee Dee Thomas, Eric Thomas and Dee Dee Thomas, Craig Morgan, and now Jalessi Morgan. There were so many couples. Then Kagia and Rondora Scott came and joined us in Huntsville. There are so many in this 50 plus club, 25 years of marriage club. So now we're developing 30 plus acres of land right there in Huntsville, Alabama, to bring the Maldives resort to Huntsville. And then every year, the last week of the year, we're going to go physically to the Maldives with the winners in our 4 90-day challenges. We're going to have 4 90-day challenges throughout the year. And then every year annually, December the 1st through December 21st, we're going to have our own Hollywood Pictures Fashion Week. Hollywood Pictures Fashion Statement Weeks. Every year, annually, December the 1st through December 21st, 3 weeks. And we're going to have awards in many different categories under those 4 different challenges in the word beloved. So your marriage, your relationships. I wish above all things that you prosper financially. So financially fit. Let's get financially fit and be in health, and be in health. My mother, Evelyn Coulter Harris, created a company called Adonai Community Mission Number One LLC. Number 1 in Orlando, Florida. Number 2 in Trenton, New Jersey. Number 3 in Virginia. And number 4, her original 50 plus club from the Allegheny East Conference. Yes, Evelyn Coulter Harris of the 50 plus club. My mother has been running alongside Lillian Norwood's mother, Mom Gwen Norwood, and Mom Evelyn Harris have been raising the bar in wellness using the same text. Beloved, I wish above all things, beloved, your marriage, I wish above all things that you prosper. Be in health, even as your soul prospers. So with Adonai Community Mission Number 1, we're going to take the 8 laws of health. And we'll challenge you in 90 days in the 3rd quarter to let's get in the beginning wellness fit. Let's get in the beginning health and wellness fit. Who is the fittest king in your neighborhood? Who's the fittest queen in the neighborhood? We call it them neighborhood games. We're going to go zip code by zip code, street by street, block by block. And we have a Golden Scepter Award based off of Everlasting with the King of Kings, Queen Esther story. Queen Esther was She received the golden scepter and she became queen, queen of the whole world. The golden scepter was extended and she became the queen of queens in the greatest kingdom and the greatest law system that the earth has ever seen, the kingdom of the Medes. So every year we're going to hand out golden scepter awards. And then all of the golden scepter award winners, the last week of the year, we're going to go here physically to the Maldives. Every year, every golden scepter award winner in the neighborhood games, from the 4 seasons of the marriage, of the financially fit, of the health and wellness fit, and then the spiritually fit. The last component, he put it last. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul spiritually prospers. So that's worship. The last component is your worship. You have everything else. You have your marriage, you have your finances, you have your health, and then it's time to give tribute, the praise, your worship. That's what you give back. When we go here to the Maldives, we'll be giving back the praise. Those who have earned it will then extend the highest praise. This is our new calendar. To have access, you have to become a member in Huntsville, Alabama. We have a top gun, single eye guru, top flight assessment. Y'all know E.T. the hip hop preacher has a workout video. He has a workout video. And we're going to have everybody go through the same exact workout routine, same exact video. And that's how we're going to judge who's going to make the cut and make the team. We're going to have each and every person take the top flight assessment. Each and every couple, each and every individual. And then you have to get your Hollywood Pictures. Hollywood Pictures is a Lifesaver academy and university that was started in Huntsville as well. While we were in that same group, Pastor Doggett started Madison Mission. Dr. Milan San, who runs the biblical languages at Oakwood, challenged me to go down to the gym and take a lifeguard course. Dr. Milan San and E.E. Rogers. E.E. Rogers and Dr. Milan San believed that I could benefit. My ministry would benefit, my family would benefit, my outreach would benefit, everything would benefit from the lessons that I would learn from taking a lifeguard course from my big brother, David Woodard. And David Woodard took me in that pool. David and Sonia Woodard, my family. David Woodard took me in that pool. And just like Dr. Milan San and Dr. E.E. Rogers believed, when I came out of the pool, I was a break the cycle life saver for life. So together with this couples group, together with acting up with E.T. the hip hop preacher over at the little school where my younger sister Kenda was participating with Payon and and the whole crew over at the academy. E.T. was her teacher. Norton Webb, shout out to Mom Webb. And they had acting up, and we had Bell Tower Ministry. We had Creative Arts in Phase 1 from Pine Forge Academy. We had a group called Alien Nation. And now all of a sudden, Dr. Milan San. They say, Dr. Milan San and E.E. Rogers say, go down to the pool, son, and learn how to save lives. Be in the business of saving lives. I must be about my Heavenly Father's business of saving lives. And I got more than a certification in that pool. I came out of that pool as Dr. J Life. Dr. J Life. Just you run the upright one. It's a name for God in the Bible, the Son of God. It's a special name for the Son of God in the Bible. Just you run the upright one. Dr. J Life. So now we come and we call it the BAYMAAC Watch. Lifesavers. Be about your money. If you get financially fit first, you have to be about your money at all costs. You can't fumble. You can't get financially fit and then fumble. Be about your money at all costs. But more importantly, be about your masterpiece physician. Marriage image. We call it the marriage makers. He said, husbands, love your bride as I have loved my bride. Husbands, love your bride as I have loved my bride. And over in Revelation 19, it said, and the bride was getting adorned for a husband. Revelation 19. When he challenged us, he said, husbands, love your bride as I have loved my bride. And so we want to encourage husbands to don't insert a church there. Take it literally. He meant it literally. That's why he showed you his bride in Revelation 19. Go look at it. This is one of the main things that I learned from being around these. Oh, let me not forget Derek Green and Kim Green. Have mercy. Please forgive me, big bro and big sis. So you have the schedule. And then starting next year, we're going to do a retreat every week. When you join this club, 52 weeks out of the year, we will do 52 wedding feast retreats. You can join, once you join the club, you can join however many you want. We're going to do a wedding feast every week. All throughout 2025, and then all the way till May the 13th, 2026. And then we're going to come back here to the Maldives on May the 13th, 2026. Because on May the 13th, 1996, my wife and I went and got married in Huntsville because of this group. My wife and I took the principles from this group and said, there's no need to wait. I knew I was only 22 years old. She was only 21. But because of this group, and Craig Morgan did the same thing, and we have families now to this day. My wife and Craig, they're in the 49 and 49 years old and 25 plus years of marriage. And so the reason we're going to do something on May the 13th is because after we got married, we ran back to E.T. and Dee Dee's house. That was our honeymoon celebration. We actually ate pizza that night. But we ran back to Dee Dee and Eric's house that night. Oh, so we not running to your house in 2026, E. And we not going to a justice of the peace this time. We gonna have all of the winners of all of the Golden Scepter Awards over the next 3 years. And we all gonna meet on May the 13th, 2026, on our 30th wedding anniversary. And we all gonna renew our vows. We all going to double down. We're all going to reinvest in this marriage maker club so that the next generation of marriages behind us. And let me just say this and let y'all go. Pine Forge Academy and Oakwood University, I'm telling y'all what my grandfather and grandmother committed to. This is the last will and testament of Frank E. Leggett Jr. and Aura Lillian Leggett. They renewed and refreshed their marriage at Huntsville, Alabama. They renewed and they refreshed their marriage at Pine Forge Academy. Those are not schools. They're marriage maker retreats. God has always had a specific place where the individuals who want the bride of the birthright promise, you have to go to a very, very specific spot. And you always have to have access to the water of life. The Jordan River and the Nile River. The Jordan River and the Nile River were the two places where God kept sending Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph. They couldn't go anywhere. When God made the covenant with them and told them that the Messiah was going to come, they had to get the bride who was in the covenant, who had her sanctuary cleansed and was preparing to give birth to the Messiah and preparing to go to the wedding feast. That's why Mary and Elizabeth were in the same family and they both gave birth to John the Baptist and the Son, because they were in this covenant. It's called the Nazarite vow for all of y'all women that they have erase this from your memory and history. I'm going to use this couples club, this yacht club, to give you back all of the principles. I'm giving you back all of the answers. We're going to give you all of the answers. They gave us the answers. I'm just going to give you the answers. It's called the Nazarite vow. Hannah made the Nazarite vow. Samson's mother made the Nazarite vow. Every time you got a deliverer, a righteous deliverer, it was from a mother that had made a Nazarite vow. And that's why they said he was Michael Emmanuel, the Son of God of Nazareth. The only place where you could find these women, they lived north of Jerusalem at the same river, the Jordan River. They always lived. You could always find them at the Jordan River. Isaac found Rebekah at the Jordan. Purple Rain, Michael Jordan down. When Zipporah stepped into the Jordan, the Jordan parted. Michael Jordan downs. The water piled up on two sides and they walked through. As soon as Zipporah put her high heels in the water. So out of this couples group, my mom has commanded us to recreate those high heels and recreate those sneakers that never wore out. We have a fashion statement that we're going to present to the world. These queens, you're going to wear the most expensive high heels ever made. That part the Jordan River. You kings, you're going to wear the most expensive sneakers ever made. The ones that never run out, never wear out. And the ones that you don't have to take off your shoes when you stand on holy ground. This is our fashion statement. So in Huntsville, starting tomorrow, once again, my birthday is tomorrow. This is a last will and testament. My grandmother's two oldest sisters are still alive. And I promised my grandmother, who is no longer alive, and I promised my mother that when one of my children graduated from Oakwood, that we would do this victory lap tour. We have a business plan, a 5-year business plan for every couple, every marriage. A 5-year, $10 million business plan to guarantee that you could be financially fit in 5 years if you enter into this group and this covenant. For the children, anybody in Huntsville, Alabama that was born in 1997 and 1999 in Huntsville, Alabama, I got a 3-year business plan. We got a 3-year business plan for my oldest son who just graduated from Oakwood. He's in the Millionaire by 30 Club. And I got a 5-year business plan for anybody in Huntsville who's born in 99 and was 25 years old. For my second oldest, my daughter, Deja. These covenants were created by my grandfather and grandmother when they hand delivered us to Oakwood. I'm telling you what the desires of their heart is. That's what a will is. That's what an inheritance is. We're stating this publicly to my Uncle Bruce, the eldest brother of my mom who passed away, to my Aunt Colleen, to my Aunt Libby, the last surviving sister of my mom who passed away. This is your inheritance to manage. These are your endowment funds to manage. To my Aunt Rose, the eldest sister-in-law of my mother, to my aunt Naomi, to my uncle Charles, to my uncle Gary, to my uncle Billy Hunter, the worship leader for my mother. We are going to recreate in that fourth quarter every year, Uncle Billy Hunter and Dwight Hunter. We are going to recreate the same exact passion that my mom had, the same exact passion that Aunt Julie had. At Joy Night every Friday night at St. Philip's. We're going to recreate. We're going to recreate in that last 90 days, in that last wedding feast. So, the top gun, top flight assessment, Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas. 2006 when we went to Crenshaw High School. The last time we went to Crenshaw High School, we lost a mother the very next year. Our brother Roy's mom, we lost mom. Shout out to Roy. And from that day to this, the kids in my family group challenged me. Listen, man, we believe in y'all. We believe in Break the Cycle. We believe in y'all movement. But all we need, I live in a foster house, and the people don't even care about me. I just need to know how I could go from point A where I am to point B. Eric talked about eating out of trash cans and now he's going all over the world. I need to know how. What's the blueprint? I need a plan. The shorties in Crenshaw High School said the next time you come back with a plan. So that when we get in the family group, you can give us the plan to go from point A to point B. And we sat down and we recorded that day. You had Carl and the media team for the first time. And we recorded that day. And I had already had a social media company before there was a Facebook. Before there was a Facebook, there was no Facebook. And we had a social networking company. And interview, I said, there are some students that want to know how to go from point A to point B. Would you be willing to pool resources together and put together a scholarship? Because some of them would love to go from here in Crenshaw High to Full Sail University. And from here in Crenshaw High to there where you are with Carl and join your media team. Because I knew if we could get them with the team that I had with me, that I could take them from point A to point B. Well, I'm here to challenge you, my brother. All we need is the blessing of for my children broken up my children in 5 different schools. I have 5 different schools from the time a child is in the womb. I got a little nephew, Bryce Paul, my younger brother. He's our 5th child. And we have 5 specific schools. All we need is access to the top flight assessment. Everybody, y'all need to know that the top flight assessment is going to cost you with us. It's going to include your membership into this club. So with us, you can get access to the top flight assessment, but you can't get access to this group. You can't get access to these 90-day challenge. What you get access to is you also become a BAYMAAC Watch Lifesaver. You also get to come to boot camp. You also get the Marriage Maker Club. You also get the information from the top flight assessment. And you also become a lifelong member of our wedding party. For $1,600, we got a proud to pay installment plan. Proud to pay. You could do it in 4 quarterly proud to pay payments. You could break it up into 12 $133 proud to pay payments. Or you could break it down into 24 proud to pay payments. And then you'll be finished paying the 24 proud to pay payments by the time it's time to go out here to the wedding party in 2026, May the 13th, 2026. And you'll have access to everything. You'll have access to all of the courses. You'll have access to all of the games. You'll have access to the 5-year business plan, $10 million business plan for spouses and couples, the 3-year business plan, millionaire, where you can go from 27 to a millionaire in 3 years with my oldest son. My oldest daughter, 5 years. And then with my daughter, Destiny, right there in Huntsville. This is her group, the Oakwood University Cheerleading Dream Team. And here in Florida, we call them the Dazzlers. We're creating a cheerleader competition, a professional cheerleading competition. And professional dance competition. And we're hiring professional cheerleaders to cheer in our professional football, basketball, and track leagues. And we're going to use the Oakwood University Cheerleading Dream Team in Huntsville, Alabama to do all of that recruiting. There and here in Florida, 2 spots, and also Pine Forge Academy. If you go to any of these 3 locations, and also out in LA, the headquarters of BAYMAAC Watch, with Uncle Spider Beautiful World. Compton in LA with Uncle Spider and the Uncle Dad Foundation. Here in Orlando, Florida, Huntsville, Alabama, at Oakwood University and Pine Forge Academy. These are the 4 locations where you could join any of these teams. You could join any of this. And my daughter is following the footsteps of my mother, who came straight from Hamilton High as the homecoming queen and the head cheerleader, first woman of color ever to be the head cheerleader at her school. And we're also launching the 60th anniversary of hip hop. This couples group is going to be home to the Way Back When Chorale, the chorale that my mother and my father and my sister and I played drums in the Way Back When Chorale, just like I played drums in my Uncle Billy Hunter's band at my grandmama's church. And so hip hop didn't start in the 70s. It started in 1964. 1964. 1964. 60 years ago, when a when Bob Marley, living in Wilmington, Delaware, working at the Chrysler factory with my grandfather, dropped the album in Wilmington, Delaware. We're going to give y'all all of that history and all of the background, the musical history of doo-wop that preceded hip-hop. When they was doing disco, we was doing doo-wop. Robert Bob Marley and our family over in Trenton then took doo-wop and converted it to hip-hop. And then my mom and them came to Oakwood and joined the Way Back When Chorale. And the rest is history. We created radio stations, recording studios, albums, fashion lines, you name it. And this is the launch, and this is the inheritance where we hand it down to our kids. And we open up the endowment funds to make sure that other people all throughout the country who want to have access to these places can have access.